Welcome folks, my name is Rob Luthman, a partner here at the law firm of Weir Attorneys, and today we're going to talk a little bit about leveling up your audio-visual technology for use in Zoom and other video conferencing platform meetings. Alright, I'm sure over the past year you've become acclimated to using Zoom or other video conferencing platforms to conduct business. As attorneys, we're in the same boat. We've been doing virtual arbitrations, depositions, mediations, court appearances for the better part of the past 9 to 12 months. And that's been made possible in large part because of technology that was in existence and was pretty widespread in the couple of years leading up to the pandemic. I'm talking about the smartphones with the built-in cameras, the tablets, the laptops with the internal microphones and internal video cameras. And for the most part, that's sufficient. For the average person, for an average inter-office weekly meeting, it's okay to be on an iPhone or a tablet. An iPhone like what you're seeing right here, where the audio isn't that great, the video isn't that great, but it gets the job done. But more and more often, we're realizing the need for upgraded equipment in order to present in a more professional light over video conferencing. For attorneys, and particularly trial attorneys, this became very evident on January 7 of 2021 when the Supreme Court entered an order stating that all criminal and jury trials moving forward would be done virtually. As attorneys, we kind of took a step back and thought, oh man, we have to now present our case to a jury through a camera. In addition to some other trepidations that we have about trying cases fully virtually, one of the things that was very clear was that we were going to have upgraded equipment in order to ensure that the jury looked upon us and what we were saying and presenting in the most professional light possible. At the same time, you don't want to go out and spend tens of thousands of dollars for equipment that hopefully, with any luck, within a year or so is going to be obsolete. Hopefully we'll be back to going to court by that time as vaccinations become more readily available. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a walk downstairs to the virtual trial room that we created at Weir Attorneys and look at some of the equipment that is reasonably priced but will really level up your presentation on video conferencing. Let's go take it. Alright, so now we're actually down here in the virtual trial room at Weir Attorneys, still recording on my iPhone with its fairly terrible audio and not so great video, but I do want to show you the equipment we're using from behind the scenes here. Now there are three very important pieces of equipment that you should consider upgrading if you're looking to really look professional in your video conferencing experience. First two, probably the most important, and number one of those being the microphone. You can see above my left ear here we're using a Blue microphone. It's actually called the Blue Yeti Professional USB multi-directional microphone. It has different settings that allows you to concentrate where it picks up the audio from, whether you have two people speaking from either side or just one person speaking into the microphone. Now we've mounted that to a boom arm. The boom arm simply allows us to manipulate the microphone so it's outside of the camera shot while at the same time maintaining that 6 to 8 inch difference between our mouths and the microphone that optimizes the quality. And then finally we've just put a little pop filter on the front. That's just a mesh filter that also helps to keep out any extraneous noise. Now a tie for first in terms of the most important equipment that you're going to want to upgrade is the camera. Here we have a Sony A6400 camera. It's a digital camera. It's 24 megapixel, which is far in excess of anything we had 10 or 15 years ago when digital cameras first came out. And what you're doing is you're running it to your computer and essentially converting it from a digital camera into a webcam. Now one of the things I will mention is it's best to run your microphone directly into your camera as opposed to having both run into the computer in terms of synchronization of the audio or the visual. We ran into a little bit of an issue that it wasn't quite syncing up when we ran them individually into the computer. Just something to keep in mind. And then finally, the third important thing to consider upgrading is the lighting. Here we have 3 panel lights that you can see. I've moved them a little bit closer together for this video. They'll be spread out a little bit more, and the overhead light in the room here killed when we're in our virtual trial presentation. So those are the 3 most important things. You can see additionally we've set up the 3 monitors. The left and the right are the 27-inch Dell monitors. The one in the middle is 22 inches just so that that camera can peek out from over top of it. We have a regular standard wired keyboard and wired mouse. You could upgrade to a wireless setup.
However, our feeling was wireless types of devices, they run on batteries, and the last thing you want to happen during an important meeting, or in our case during a trial, is to run out of batteries and be stuck there without a functioning mouse or a functioning keyboard. So that's essentially the gist of the setup we have here. I think all in it costs us about $2,000 to $2,500. Again, it may not be palatable or even necessary for many people, but as far as professional organizations who really need to have that upgraded look on their video conferencing, for attorneys like us who are now going to be trying cases fully virtually, $2,500 is really a drop in the bucket for the quality that it provides. So let's swing around now and let's take a look at how the setup appears when we're behind the virtual trial room here at We Are Attorneys.
And here we go. We're finally out from behind the iPhone and into our virtual trial room here at We Are Attorneys. I would think, or at least hope, that you can notice a difference in the quality of the audio. We're not getting the feedback and the extraneous noise you get with an iPhone. The clarity of the video should be much better. For better or for worse, you can see my face a little bit more clearly, not quite the fuzziness that we were having in those last few videos. And we've eliminated all shadows by having the LED lights surrounding our trial studio. The one thing you'll also notice is a green screen in the backdrop. Wasn't able to capture that on the last video since I am doing this myself for social distancing measures, but we do use the green screen in order to project various backgrounds for certain presentations that we do. Speaking of which, it's time for me to stop talking to you folks. I haven't been in a courtroom in a year. Time to get back at it, doing what we do here at We Are Attorneys, trying cases on behalf of our clients. If you have any additional questions, though, you want to talk about the equipment or the software that we use to level up our ability to engage in virtual trials, to engage in video conferencing events, please don't hesitate. Give me a call, shoot me an email. I'm happy to discuss further what we've done here. Thanks so much, folks. Have a great day.